Well, we only moved in January, so.
Okay. Must have taken them a while to finish it up, get it ready. You stuck plastic on it. I figured it'd be just sitting here covered in dust.
Oh no, we just moved all this in, but Tyler's, I figured I'd be moving in and out.
All right, so we got the bay open here, so I got some light, and turn those on. Brother-in-law fired up the fan so I don't have to sit here sweating. But let's get the wrapping off and see what's up. Okay, so battery charger. My nephew and brother-in-law had the battery out, so I popped it back in. I don't know if it's going to charge properly or not, but we'll give it a shot. But anyway, I got enough power juicing through it that I can go over there and flip on the radio, because you can't just sit here for hours trying to fix something unless you got some music on. So let's go over here and flip the radio on for the first time in a freaking year. Let's see what's happening. It's in demo mode. Cancel. Press knob. Yes. Demo off. Standby. Alright, I got that hooked up. Some front, back, and some other settings pretty much set up. A little Christopher Cross on right now. Maybe go a little easy listening for right now. Anyway, I gotta start tearing into this. Alright, I got all the electricals pulled away. Gotta get the throttle cable undone. Undo that at the back. Get my wheel pulled loose. Yank these guys out of the way. There's two undone down there. I think I'll be about ready to, oh, incidentally, yeah, the deck lid's off now. Yeah, can't really do this with the deck lid on. Alright, I think it is mechanically ready to separate. Oil lines are pulled, electrical lines are pulled, mechanical line, the throttle's pulled. Heater hose is pulled. I'm pulled down here. And I do remember why it is that I have to pull the entire stand's got to come out. And the reason is this thing sticks in the way. You can't slide all of this stuff past like the gap right here. It just doesn't get through here. So all of the fan shroud plus the alternator stand's gonna have to come out. Well, let me get to that. Alright, so as you can see, check it out, it's all out there. Anyway, what I thought may have gone bad was the bolts that hold the adapter plate on. This one and these two over here. I figured these might have gone bad, loosened up slightly. They don't appear to have loosened up. I mean, I've retightened them just to make sure they're tight, and they're tight, so I don't know. And you know, the other possibility is that maybe the A&N fittings come loose slightly, but every single one of these things is rock solid. You know, I mean, it was pumping the oil out, just pumping, you know, a quart every 100, 120 miles. And it was a slow build-up. It didn't start at that bad, but it kind of got worse. So, you know, where does that kind of an oil leak come from? And, well, I don't know. Alright, I hated to do it, but I wanted to check the gaskets that sit, you know, underneath this guy. Yeah, they're fine. This is not what failed. So, the leak's coming from somewhere else. So I got a local shop. Pretty cool little place out by the Air Force Base here in Marietta. And he had just a couple of these for $2. $2 to get my seals. Anyway, I'm in there trying to get these things installed right now. Let me get to it. Okay, it's all screwed back down, bolted, whatever you want to call it. I was going to replace these guys. I was going to hit the Home Depot and get some Torx bits, because you can't really get the wrenches and stuff down in there. I thought a torque bit would be an awful lot better way of doing it. And it would be. But yeah, I don't know, whatever. I beat on them with the wrenches for a while, but it's all tight again. Time to move on. So last year when I was driving it down here on a day when it was, I'm telling you, it must have been 95 degrees out there in Missouri. Probably 97 in Kansas. And I did notice that my oil temperatures got a little bit high, and I realized, yeah, I should probably try and get a little bit more air to run through this. So I picked up a piece of sheet aluminum, and I'm going to bend it and fold it in order to curl around some of this stuff right here and force the air to go through a little bit more of the area of the oil cooler. Okay, so while I was over there pulling the cooler in order to get my my little deflector in place, the cooler started gushing oil. So let's take a look real quick. And it may not be the easiest thing to see, but there's a stress crack down in that corner right there. So the cooler's shot. I gotta go get a new cooler. So it looks like I'm gonna be here for probably another 2 days. Okay, my package arrived, so I got my cooler in here. Let's check it out. Okay, here's the big reveal. Where's the top? Split like that. Awesome. Okay, this is a smaller cooler than I had before.
Huh.
My other cooler's about this big.
Oh, so
But if I get better airflow through it by putting that little shroud around it, it'll make it more efficient. So I don't need as big a cooler.
Well, it had a box. It was supposed to be bigger.
Yeah, it's the same packaging for all different sizes.
Oh, alright. Okay, just as long as they ain't short you size.
No, this is correct. That's correct. Alright, ooh, this feels heavier duty than the one that I took off the car. Oh, sweet, this is going to be great. So, there we go. Okay, here's the new one. There's the old one. And it's a little bit dark. Maybe I should get stuff. Anyway, got to make sure that these are all AN8 fittings. Check it out. They're the right size fitting. So that's terrific. And anyway, I got to do a little bit of figuring out how I'm going to get this slightly smaller one to mount to my existing configuration. Because I've got limited tools, so I don't know that I can drill and cut and stuff like that, given the fact that also there are vanes inside here. So there's limited places where you can mount these mounts. I might need to take it and move it down, but there might be a vane right in the middle of that right there, so you're kind of limited. Okay, so here we go. Alright, I got some longer bolts down in here because the cooler body is shorter than the old body. So I've got these to lift it up. I'm still mounted the same this way, using the same mounting point here. Again, I've got longer bolts on this side pinning it in. And it opens up the air passage here a little bit more, which forces less air through the cooler, which means I got to drape this across the cooler in order to draw enough air through it. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time trying to get this ready. I think that's about it, though. Let me get that going. Okay, I got my little housing back in here. This is pretty good. Fits around there. Oh, it's going to rattle a little bit, probably. I think it's done. Sunday morning. Time to get it in there. Thought about it a bit last night. I think it's ready to go. I don't think it's going to tear up on me on the drive, so no reason why I can't stick it all back in there. Let me get to it. Okay. On. Electricals. Breather system. Oil lines. I've got a preliminary tune on the throttle. So, got that piece. About the only thing that's left is alternator hookup. But I've got to turn everything off. So you do not want to make a mistake with that electrical. So that's got to be turned off when I set it up. And I've been looking down here at the floor. just to make sure that I've got all the nuts and bolts put back. And of course there's these, but these guys hold the deck lid on, so I've got to get the deck lid back in there too. I got to get this wire that runs the license plate light. I've got to run it back through its hook mountings and crap, whatever, back in there. Okay, deck lid on. Alright, time to disconnect and get the alternator fired in there. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Alternator hook back up. I think I'm ready to attempt to crank it. I did pull the dipstick, verified that my nephew and brother-in-law did put some oil into the thing. It was very, very low when I dropped it off here a year ago. So they popped an oil quart or two in there. Because I'm going to have to put some more in. Because of course I've got a new oil cooler that's empty. But that's not a very big oil cooler. It'll be fine. It'll be fine for right now. Okay, I've got it on to 6 amps instead of the 2 amps for running the radio. And we're all hooked back up. And there were no sparks, so I've got no weird cross electricals. I'm going to rotate the motor a little bit more just to make sure that I don't have any valve binding, that nothing's frozen up. Okay, we don't want any stuck valves. So, you know, a sticking valve is going to bend the push rod. I don't have any spare push rods, so I can't do that. Okay, it would appear that my battery doesn't quite have the capability of coughing up the amps to crank the motor up. So, geez, my brother-in-law's, you know, he's got another battery back around the corner over there. So I may go over there and give that one a shot, but I was thinking I would just bring a car up here to the door and jump it off. Yeah, I felt like a burrito, so I'm hitting the local Taco Bell like I always hit the Taco Bell. Okay, so I got my dad's old car, which belongs to my sister now, to bring it in and jump start it. Let's take a look at the other side here. So close I can't walk between the two cars. Okay, I'm going straight into my old battery right there. Like I said, I don't think the battery's taking a charge, but with that car's battery, there should be enough. Let's give it a shot.
Right here. Oh, I put it in my refrigerator.
Oh.
Is that the wrong refrigerator? Oh.
Okay.
Well, kinda.
A little power. Ooh, it's out of balance, big time. It's like idling on 1.5 cylinders. Okay, I'm just back from picking up a new battery. Dropped off my old one for core charge and all that good stuff. I sure hope that's charged. I don't want to sit here for an hour getting it charged up. Anyway, that doesn't belong to me, so I wasn't able to use this. It will take a charge, but I can't keep it. Okay, oh, the new battery's pulling in some amps. Oh, those old batteries didn't do that. Alright, I gotta do a little bit of cleanup. I'll get back to this in just a sec. Okay, let's give the new battery a shot. See if it'll at least throw out the starter. Might get lucky, it does the entire thing. Hey, check it out, it does the whole thing. Let's hit the old gas pedal down here just a touch. There we go, got the lights to go off. That's always a good sign. And of course it sucks idling. It wasn't idling when I dropped it off. This is actually like an improvement. I'll have to figure out which side's not working right. And I got to go through some ignition timing issues. I think there's a little kind of weird scatter going on with the Pertronics. I got to take a look at that. Might have to adjust that. It's got one cylinder idle. Just likes to do what it likes to do. Up and down, geez. Alright, well I think I'm going to shove it back in there. We'll do some driving on it tomorrow. Take it back to the place in the day. What is tomorrow anyway? Oh, it's Monday? Yeah, a little local driving on Monday, and I'm going to head back on Tuesday. It's not leaking. Hydraulic lifters, you know. Anyway, I gotta put this thing away. Alright, I'm not gonna put the battery on charge. It's like if I go on the road and I gotta stay in a hotel overnight, it's gotta be able to crank it in the morning without being on charge. So I'll leave it like that. Okay, so next morning, I haven't done anything to it. Let's make sure it starts. It's good. I just gotta get it out of here and go drive around a bit. Alright, I'm gonna drive over to my other sister's house. Have some lunch over there, hang out and chat with them for a while, and do some more driving. Not supposed to go out this way, but hey, why not? road again.